Alright lads, so this morning we did get our next tier for the 9th anniversary Senkomo Tower, in this case tier number 3, and you have the next 10 days to do, so make sure you go ahead and do it when you possibly can, because after that on the 19th we are then going to get the final edition of the 9th anniversary Senkomo Tower tier number 4, where if you do beat all tiers you're going to get these following rewards. In this case for this specific tier we are getting 125 spirit orbs. Now I'll be honest, of course I've been quite enjoying these Senkomo Towers. They have been a lot of fun, a bit challenging but also in a good way, and I've actually heard this time around, kind of what we saw last time, is that this tier is easier than the previous tier. And I guess we're going to find out for ourselves, right? So in this case, extra stage number 1, there is no rules here, but there is going to be a bunch of burn pools, paralysis pools, and also confusion pools. Probably also traps too. In this case, we are up against hollow enemies, and more specifically the final boss being a technique hollow character. We might as well bring Mugetsu. In this case, you can basically bring any character that is immune to star elements that has been released in like the last year or two. So in this case, doesn't seem too bad to be fair. But Mugetsu, Afani, Ichigo, and also Yama should be good characters to use. They all have killer. They're going to do a good amount of damage. And in this case, looks like it's not too bad. We're already going into the next stage. Luckily for us, the traps are not actually permanent ones that we can't destroy. So that's going to make it quite easy for ourselves to get through this, right? If they weren't destroyable, it might have been a tad bit awkward. Going into the final stage, though, love. Let's put you down. Can we kill one strong attack? No, we cannot. Quite tanky, I will be honest. Quite tanky, but that's fine. We're not timed or anything, right? We don't have to beat this quest in under a minute. We have 3 minutes to beat it, and I feel like any recent character with killer should honestly do just fine. You don't even need to bring a power character, honestly. So there we go. It's stage number 1. Quite easily done. The gimmick for this stage was that there was burn, paralysis, and also confusion pools, and also traps, but they were destroyable. Quite easy to get around, I will be honest. Extra stage 2 wants us to only bring an Aaroniero. This is our 3rd time seeing an affiliation only rule. There are going to be weakening pools and also knockbacks. So let's see what we are working with here. An Aaroniero or a Espada with an Espada or Aaroniero kill ability is what we want to bring here. In this case, first character that comes to mind is going to be Abirama. He does have killer. He's a NAD character too, so we can build him to be quite tanky. You can maybe bring this character. Obviously, Hannibal's damage is actually quite good. She has a lot of pushback too. In my case, can I possibly bring Stark? Let's try it. I don't think it'll be a good thing because the damage output is actually very low. He is bound to get his resurrection soon. Could be this month actually, at the end of the month, if they want to continue to do monthly Calmfield resurrections. If not, with the rate it's been going, Calmfield only gets resurrected at the end of the year and during anniversary. So we might not see this character's resurrection until end of year, which is kind of crazy. And I just completely missed that SA1. So damage-wise, what are we looking at? Nothing too good, to be honest. But the thing is, we can burn. So I guess that's what we're going to rely on. And keep in mind, this is a max transcended Stark. So we took damage. We lost all our damage now. But I guess we're going to go with the burn strat. We might as well, I guess. Probably should have given this character some loss to survival, I will be honest. Will you get the burn there? Okay. There we go. 40 seconds. Not too bad. Next up is Hannibal. So this is where the pushback attacks are, right? And we can destroy them, right? I believe we can. We cannot. Okay, and they don't stop too, so we have to be careful where we are standing. I guess it's good to be at the bottom here. Did get that burn proc. Luckily dodged that attack too. I would have probably dodged the first soul bomb, Okuras, but I wasn't ready for the soul bomb. I kind of forgot I burnt. Oh, just dodged that. If only we didn't take damage, like we would have been still doing good damage with Stark here. Now we are going to have to kill before Hannibal decides to soul bomb again. There we go. We got a proc right at the end. Not like we needed it, to be fair. So now going into Stark. Kind of funny we're using Stark against Stark. In this case, there's both weakening and also pushback attacks. That can be quite annoying. But then again, we can stand in the weakening pause. That's not much of an issue. We can maneuver around this map quite easily. Is he stuck? He's stuck. Okay, we'll take advantage of that. There we go. Get the burn. Okay, get ready to dodge. No mind. Actually, no, we'll do. Let him attack. Use our soul bomb. And then go up. There we go. That's how we dodge. And we guarantee to inflict burn. Now we got to do is use one more strong attack. There we go. Nice and easy. Nice and easy. Once more, as always, if for some reason you don't have a good character attack with these stages, you can always rely on good or reliable burn or poison. Was it worth it? No, probably not. But hey, we did it, and we did it by using a character I haven't gotten much of a use out of as of late. Extra stage 3. There are now freeze pulls and also knockback, and in this case, no affiliation enemies. So we want to bring a power, no affiliation killer. In that case, first character that comes to mind is, of course, going to be 8th anniversary Ichigo. In my case, though, since we're on a Stark streak, let's just use Stark again. Now, my Stark is basically max transcended besides the level 10 focus stat. So damage-wise, he is going to be hitting quite hard. How good would he be at 1 out of 5? I'm not too sure, but at 5/5, damage output shouldn't be much of an issue, right? And we can just keep pushing back as well. Alright then, so we inflicted... No, never mind, we didn't. Let him do an attack. Let's use the SA2 and then go all the way up here. Lucky for us, the map is actually quite good. But we need to make sure we're stuck. If we take damage, the run's almost over because we have a lot of full stamina. That's how Stark gets most of his DPS. Nashing, by the way, is still absolutely beautiful. There we go. SA3 takes Gin down, going into the next stage. Where is it? It's down here. Con. Okay, Con. Where's the traps? Just freeze pulls? Alright. That makes it easy for us. And he's the Metal Exchange character too. The chance of him hitting us is very low. Having said that, we almost got hit. I didn't think the SA3 would do that much damage. Right, push back with the 1. Can really take advantage of that SA1, you know. Never does the damage you want it to do. That's why it's one of the worst strong attack ones to have in the game. Luckily, I don't think we've seen it come back since his character, which is wild that we even had it brought back in the first place. Unfortunately, though, we have to put the Dom down. And Bacaro. You hate to see it. Let's sub him now, because our sub him should hit very hard, right? I mean, we are with 1,000 additional SP. He is 5/5 with Killer and Weakening. That's too much damage to do. Good amount of damage. We get, unfortunately, debuffed, but we didn't get hit. We didn't lose our full stamina. Let's finish up with the 3. There we go. Nice and easy. That's kind of clean. That's kind of a clean impose. All right, 1 minute 19 seconds as extra stage 3. Not too bad. 5 orbs and also a brave, so summon ticket. Onwards to extra stage 4. In this case, just paralysis pulls. And we are going against humans though, so this could be quite annoying. When it comes to technique human killers, what are we working with here? Soifon and Quincy Ichigo. Let's use Soifon. Why not? Let's use Soifon. I believe she's immune to paralysis. I would like to hope so. Let me just double check. She is. Lovely. Maybe she doesn't have the best kit for humans, but I guess we'll find out. I have been surprised in getting a use out of her though. I mean, there are traps, so we actually can remove them. And we already took damage. Great, let's restart. So I assume in this case, the paralysis traps are going to be... Maybe you stay paralyzed, and they're going to be up for a while too, right? Let's use our SA2 there, into the 1. Luckily dodge that enemy. Let's SA3 here. Didn't know that's where the spawn was, but I took a wild assumption and it worked out. There we go. Not too bad for our first stage. We just got to make sure we don't get too close to those ones with the hats and the scarf. They're absolutely deadly. In this case, it doesn't look too bad. There's no traps to avoid besides the Stasum on the floor. That's SA1. Use R2. Let them walk into it. We took damage, but to be fair, we're kind of at the end of the quest right now. One would like to think so. Yeah, look at that. Not too bad. Quite the easy stage. There's like 3 waves of enemies. And then Yukio, we can basically just paralyze. Let's just make sure we maneuver around the map. SA2. We'll use our SA3 when he gets unparalyzed. So let's do that now. Might also use our Soul Bomb just to get that extra bit of damage, and then Flash Step all the way up here. To be fair, we could have just waited for him to get unparalyzed and then use our Soul Bomb, but I mean, with Soifon's kit, we're basically guaranteed to inflict paralysis. There we go, and then SA2. For as weird as a kit is, I will be honest, Soifon hasn't been too bad. She honestly hasn't been too bad. We used it in the most recent human guild quest, and she was able to beat it, albeit it does take quite a few resets. She's honestly a weird character, and to most people, she is quite mediocre, but hey, you can get a use out of her. And in that case, we used her right now. We used her in guild quest. Soifon, not too bad. So we've been going through these stages quite easily. There hasn't been any super annoying gimmicks or special stages. For the most part, these set of stages that we have been seeing just have a bunch of traps and star summons on the floor. But those are quite easily avoidable just by using a character that is immune to every star summon. Like in this case, for example, we can just bring Yachiru. We can bring any speed sword killer, essentially. In my case, let's just bring Gin. Why not? Is he immune to every star summon? He is. I thought so. There we go. So he's going to be quite easy to use here. He also has barriers too, so we can keep ourselves safe. Obviously, Yachiru would be the better character. She would clear faster, but I use Yachiru all the time. A character I don't use, though, is this Parasol Gin. So let's see what we're working with here, right? So can we destroy these ones? We cannot. So yeah, the stages this time around, the gimmicks literally just look to be a bunch of traps. If you have characters that are immune to every star summon, you're going to have a very easy time. And in this case, Gin can have an easier time because we have barriers, we have complete status immunity, and we also have Sword Killer too. So honestly, this doesn't even feel all too bad. Let's push back with the 1, and then do we clear with the 3? Yes, we do. Going into White Ichigo. We have weakening our Soul Bomb, so that's going to be quite good. Let's just use our SA2 again. Push back with the 1. We applied the weakening. Might as well use our Soul Bomb now. And then push back. There we go. Even if we didn't have barriers, we would have been fine with the pushback. And then use our SA3. Nice and easy. Not too bad. I mean, I'd say Gin was actually probably easier to use than Yachiru if we were to use it on that stage. But then again, Yachiru's damage output so high, she probably would have just brute forced it in like 20 seconds. Let's be honest. Extra stage 6, human affiliation only. So I believe this is our 4th time now seeing an affiliation only stage. And in this case, we are up against Technique Human. So who exactly do we want to bring here? At least someone that I own on my account. Ruroka. I guess we can bring Ruroka. We can bring Tatsuki. We can also bring any character without attribute advantage. Although, to be fair, there's not that many characters here that we can bring that has human killer. But then again, you can always bring a Tatsuki, right? Then again, you also don't even need to bring a human killer. You generally could just bring any human character here. In this case, I want to bring Masaki. Why not? Her damage output's going to be good enough. There's no damage rules here. We don't need to bring someone with human killer. But most importantly, Masaki does have a good strong attack hit for content like this when we're only going up against 3 bosses. She has the barrage attack, which should be honestly quite fine. And also, of course, the paralysis too. So we can inflict paralysis, will do a lot of damage. Let's push back with the 1. Might as well use our 2. There we go, we get the status proc, and look at all that damage. You love to see it. Next up is Jackie. Can we get a status proc on 1 strong attack 1? We cannot. Can the 3 come through? No, it cannot. In this case, let's use our 2. Chance we get a status proc here. No status proc. Unfortunately, we got slowed. Can we still survive? Perhaps. There we go. Luckily for us, she doesn't have a good damage output. There we go. And in this case, we lost our full stamina, but it's fine. We're on the final boss at this point. We also have a summon that can revive us too. Let's use the SA2 while the SP boost is still active. We actually got a status proc too. Might as well use our Soul Bomb. Let him kill us. It's fine. If he wants to use this Soul Bomb, that's not too bad because we'll revive it. Use our SA2. No status proc? Damn. Okay. The SA1 finishes up then. Yeah, I think there's quite a lot of good characters you can bring for that stage. Ruroka would be good there too. If you had Masaki though, probably use some. She honestly wasn't too bad here besides the lack of status inflictions that we did get. In this case, 49 seconds, not too bad. Another very easy stage, by the way. Next up, though, for Extra Stage 7, we can't bring any Espada characters. They have to be an Aaroniero, and ideally, if they have an Aaroniero killer, they're going to be doing more damage. In this case, in terms of Aaroniers that have a Aaroniero killer, there honestly isn't that many, to be fair, at least ones that I own. I would say Cian is probably going to be the best character for this, but what you possibly can do is just use this Nelio. I feel like she would be good enough just to get through it with the burn. You could maybe even get away using these 2 normal attack damage characters because they do have Flurry +1. They have a decent damage output to get through the quest. And then anyone else, any of these characters, not so much. Then again, what you can do is just not care about the Aaroniero killer. And in that case, your options open up a bit more. Like Mila Rose would be good, Wonder Whites, even this guy. Who I guess this guy, I forgot his name. Xiaolong? Xiaolong. We'll use Xiaolong. Why not, right? He has a decent damage output. Are we going to one-shot? Not so much, but decent enough damage output, right? The main thing is when we get to the final boss, we're going to have Lacerate, and that's going to be really good. I'm not going to lie, though. This is probably the first time I'm using this character. I mean, it kind of makes sense. Like, he kind of released and was like... I mean, it's nice that he got a character. I don't mind that he got a character. I feel like he deserved one, but he's such, like, a nothing character, if that kind of makes sense. He literally offers nothing on anyone's account. Like, I think they gave him Frenzy +2, right? Oh, the game like Frenzy +1 and like 100% Berserker. It was decent for its time. And he's not even that old. But he just doesn't excel in anything, you know? And to be fair, I mean, maybe I'm getting used out of him now. That's usually what I did do during the olden days of Senkamon. They would make a character like this that has like no use. And they would specifically make a stage to them in Senkamon. So you have a reason to use them. I think the best example of that is Edrad, right? Edrad kind of came out, was nothing. He was a nothing character too. And then he ended up having like 3 stages designed for him in like multiple different towers. So I got my use out of Edrad, I will be honest. And now I guess I might be getting use out of this character. Let's sub him. Can we kill in time? Oh, we actually dodged it. Okay, luckily. Luckily dodged it. There we go. SA1 takes down Nelio. That might have been the first time I've seen his tempos, I'll be honest. 125, not too bad. Not too bad. Extra stage 8. In this case, Poison, Freeze, and also Slow is what we are going to be up against. And in this case, they want us to bring a hard character with Quincy Killer. I think first character that comes to mind right now is going to be Noitora. I do not own him. So let's have a look at our Quincy Killers here. I mean, to be fair, there's quite a lot. There is quite a lot. You don't even have to bring a hard character. In my case, I want to bring Aaroniero, but the fan... No, actually, let's bring Aaroniero. Actually, now, you know what? We know Aaroniero's probably going to be the beat it. Let's be honest. I want to bring Ishin. I like Ishin. I just don't want to spend like 3 minutes on what otherwise would be quite the easy stage, right? So let me just kind of brute force my way through this quest with Ishin, right? But I think there's quite a lot of good characters too. You can even get away using Ichibei. Plenty of great characters. So let's use our SA2 there. Into the 1, then 3. And I guess the best part about Ishin too, right, is that we have Burn and Lacerate. So, like, if hypothetically our damage output was nerfed, let's say if we were weakened, we would still probably be able to clear this quest just from all the Burn and Lacerate that we are doing. Yeah, look at that. Super easy stage then. Only 3 waves. Makes it easy enough. And then let's go ahead and not use our Sob Bomb, because I want to get that Burn and Lacerate. Now let's Sob Bomb. Love the Soul Bomb. There we go. I know I used quite the broken character there, but given that what we've seen on these stages thus far, they all seem relatively easy. I probably would have beat with any other character I wanted to bring, but I just wanted to clear it a tad bit faster with Ishin. Extra stage number 9, strong attack damage is cut in half. We only want to bring a human character, so in that case, let's look at our options here. I mean, I guess you could bring the Tatsuki if you really need to. What character they want us to bring? We can bring Orihime. She will make for a good knight character. We can maybe bring this Chad. He would make for a decent knight character. Not too many knight characters, to be fair. I mean, you can bring Muruka too. What's the killer? Soripa? Chad would maybe work. Misaki, of course, would work. In fact, we're going to bring Misaki. The original Misaki, or why not? I believe that stage in particular is designed for the new Orihime that just recently returned, right? The Future Society one. So if you have her, definitely give her a try. She'll make easy work of that quest. But there's plenty of good knight characters we can bring in. And to be fair, at worst case scenario, you can probably even build a SP character with full attack if you really wanted to. If they are super killer, even better. So let's give us a large ditch link just in case we do end up dying. But I think we should be fine. We do have a barrier on SA2. No killer though, but let's see our damage numbers. So SA2 with the boost. Yeah, it's good enough. I'd say it's good enough. It's going to be a bit slow to be fair, but it's fine. Nice and easy. Not too bad. Look at that. 14 seconds, actually. It's obviously going to do the job. That's expected. Now, we lost a bit of full stamina, so we've lost like 30% damage here. Shouldn't be that much of an issue. I can't lie. I kind of forgot Momo had that nat string. And let's push back with the 1. I guess not. Never mind. Try and dodge her attack. There we go. I think she can inflict burns, so we don't want to get hit by that. Yeah, that nat string on Momo's doing a lot of damage there. Well, our barrier is back now, so we should be more safe. Kind of fumbled a bit on the Momo stage there. A bit longer than we wanted to, but that's fine. Because Israel shouldn't be much of an issue. His strong attack range isn't that good. He's a melee character, and he can't inflict any stat elements. Let him do an attack, and then we'll just sit far back. Having said that, I did take a hit there, though. Might have to slow down a bit, actually, just to get that. Oh, hold on, Izuru. Alright, so one more hit, and he's going to use this sub bomb. Let's just play the safe game. Actually, then again, we have lost it, so it doesn't really matter. Maybe I should have waited, but it's fine. Our SA2 comes back. Just sit back from afar. Get a couple of nad hits in. Got a bit greedy there. Used 2. Lost all my barriers. There we go. Took a bit longer than I thought it would. I think I messed up a bit by taking some damage there, but hey, she cleared it relatively easy. If you have Misaki, definitely give her a go, but I would definitely recommend using the new Future Society Orihime because that stage is clearly designed for her. And if it's designed for them, the next stage is most likely wanting us to bring a power Quincy killer. But now I'm pretty confident the next 10 stages that we are going to get in Tier 4 are going to have some stages designed around the upcoming 1000 Year Blood War rerun with Yuha, Ichigo, and also Orihime. So yeah, as we can see here, Extra Stage 10 has weakening and also knockback, and you can see there we are up against Quincy enemies, so they do want us to bring the new Aaroniero. In my case, let's see who we actually can bring. So we aren't forced to bring an Aaroniero, so if we just sort by a Quincy killer, we can basically, again, bring any character here, right? In my case, though, because I want to bring him, let's just bring 1000 Year Blood War Ichigo. Now, mine's max transcended, but I don't think it matters all too much. If he's 1-5, it's good enough. He's going to get his increased chance to inflict star summons. No killer here, because he does have Stammer to killer, but he does have his increased chance. He has a charge strong attack 3, and in my case, mine's max transcended, but even at 1-5, you can have plenty of time to beat this quest, right? Because what we actually can do here is go use our SA2, then 3, and then let it off. Nah, the enemies are too split apart, which is kind of strange, because they definitely want you to use the EX attack, right? Like, if they want you to use Aaroniero, you will see here that there's quite a few waves. So let's use the SA3 again. I guess not. I guess not. Not too bad, though. So we're already onto the boss stage. These are unironically the more easier ones. Let him attack us, then let's just flash step all the way to the top. Okay, somehow we inflicted Lacerate again. Well, I lasted a while then. Got a status block, there we go. So Lacerate is actually coming in handy here. It's stopping the boss from using their Soul Bomb. It's letting us do 50% more damage. And we also get to do DOT. Let's let it off early, though, because I realized we didn't inflict the Stars Summon. We do there, though. And there we go, nice and easy. Again, mine's max transcended, he makes quick work of it, but even at 1-5, you'll be pretty fine. You'll be very much fine. So there you go, those are the 10 stages for this week of Sankamon, tier number 3 of the 9th Anniversary Tower. Super easy. I'll be honest, these were decently fun. Definitely my least favorite stages compared to the past tiers, because the past tiers had some really fun gimmicks. Quite annoying gimmicks at points, right? But you had to work around, you had to adapt to the stages. In this case, for these stages, they seemed quite bare bones, where realistically the only thing that we had to work around were the traps, and most of them were quite easy to get around. If you had a character with immunity, you were honestly fine. You could destroy most of them, so you didn't have to even worry about the traps. I guess it's nice that this entire tier of Sankamon stages had a very similar theme. They all had just traps, essentially, and status elements. But it really didn't change how I was meant to play these stages. That kind of makes sense when compared to the first and second tier. Having said that, it was a lot easier, which honestly is never a bad thing. If your account is newer, probably easy time getting these orbs too. I will gladly take the orbs, and that's tier number 3. Again, we are going to be back in 10 days' time for tier number 4, where I assume, again, some stages will be designed for the new Yuha, Ichigo, and also Orihime, as they are getting their, second rerun. Either way, though, that was the video for today. Hope you guys enjoyed it. I'll see you guys next time. Take care, and peace.